third of the battalion. Godfrey survived, and he and his comrades were withdrawn from the front line and spent the winter in camps close to the town of Popperinge. The town of Popperinge, close to Ypres, was commandeered by the British Army during the war. Just off the town square was Talbot House, a club for British soldiers. Today it's a museum.
Hi, Hugh, please come in. Welcome to Talbot House.
The secretary is Jan Luagi.
So this is my grandfather, Godfrey. Right. I've got this war diary.
Oh, that's really interesting. He was in Toronto camp, which is just off the road here. So it's only about 2 miles from Popperinge.
So he would have come to Talbot House these days? Or
Well,
would have...
there's a big chance he would have come.
Talbot House was founded by a British Army chaplain, Philip Tubby Clayton. It was unique in offering soldiers the comforts of home in the heart of the battlefield.
This is a picture taken in the other room. There was a piano, nice painting on the wall.
It also feels terribly British.
Oh, yes. The ground floor was just chairs, armchairs, carpets, curtains, you know. It was a sort of a home from home. And then there was also a concert hall, you know, because Talbot House had its own orchestra.
So a really important place in the lives of the soldiers who were
Definitely,
in the camps
well,
around
yeah.
Ypres.
Oh, yeah, yes. Lots of British soldiers were very fond of the garden, you see, because Ypres was a sea of mud. Here there was a garden with green grass, with birds sitting in the treetops.
Well, my grandfather was very keen on gardening, see. He kind of treated the garden, when he got back from the war, as his way of...
Really?
Kind of escaping, really. So.
Oh. Well, this was also considered as a sort of a therapy, you know, by the chap who ran the place. He said, if you do gardening, you forget all about the war.
Well, maybe that's a lesson my grandfather learnt here. You don't,
Yeah, possibly.
It could be, couldn't it?
Yeah. Tubby Clayton managed to get together a chapel, you know, and again, one of the soldiers who was a good painter, he painted this, you know, what it looked like. But if you want to, we can go and have a look.
Is it still here, is it?
It's still here, yes.
Oh, no, I'd love to do that, yeah.
OK, let's go and have a see it.
It's incredibly simple, isn't it?
Yes. We found a very nice account by one soldier who was telling his wife all about Talbot House.
And pushing through the door, I found myself at once in a different world. During the preceding 3 weeks, I had lived in a land of mud and death. Many of my best friends had passed over. Others I had seen mangled, wounded, and in agony. After some hesitation, I climbed a narrow stairway into the upper room, so that's that staircase. I had been to services often enough, both in the army and in those almost forgotten civilian days. Yet in that little upper room, in company with a few dozen other men who had been tried by fire as I had been tried, I found for the first time the courage and satisfaction that men have agreed to call the peace of God which passeth understanding. And I came down the stairs ready and able to face again the dangers and troubles of the morrow. You can see that, really.
Yeah. It brings
It's
it
a
all
very
home,
peaceful
doesn't
place,
it? Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
I still don't know how his war ends. And I also need to see if I can get...